Hello everyone, so today we are going to do Leetcode daily challenge first unique character in a string. So basically in this question, first let us read out that what it really want to ask, and then after that I'll let you know about the approach of this question. So here comes the part that given a string S, find the first non-repeating character in it and return its index. So as per this line, we are just required to check that what is the first character which comes out to be the unique one, and we just need to return the index of that character, not the character itself. And if it does not exist, then we are required to return -1. What it want to say by it does not exist is that there could be instances where all the characters are repeating itself in the whole word any number of times. So that's why in that scenario there won't be any unique character, and that's why we are required to return -1. So here you can see in this first example, Leetcode, L doesn't occur any time again in this whole word. So that's why we would be returning 0 as the index. And in the second, you can see that L occurs 2 times, then O occurs 2 times again, then V occurs no more time again, right? V is this one only, so that's why we are returning 2 here. So here you can see A occurs 2 times, B occurs 2 times, means every character is occurring 2 times. So that's why we are required to return -1. So here as per the time constraint, with not a time constraint, but the constraint which is given to us, it is basically 10 raised to the power 5. So the string length could go up till 10 raised to the power 5. So yeah, here order of n solution would work fine. Order of n log n solution would also work fine. But if we go it for the n square solution, then if it is n square, then it can become 10 to the 5 into 10 raised to the power 5. That is 10 raised to the power 10. So it won't work at that time. So that's why either we are required to get a linear solution or log n solution. N log n. That's what I want to say. And moreover, S consists of only lowercase English letters. So that's why here one thing is there that for the capital letters, because there are some questions in which small letter and capital letter are treated as unique or not unique. So that's why in that scenario we would have been checking for that thing also. But in this we are not required. So it is a straightforward simple question. So how you can think about that, how you will get the first occurrence of a particular letter, means first occurrence of that letter which is unique basically. So in that sense, there is like how you will get that it is the unique occurrence and not the duplicate. So surely here comes the role of count of digits also, right? So here count of characters would be there because these are char values, not the integer values, right? So that's the thing which we are required to do here. So for that purpose, we would be required with an extra space, but that extra space can also be optimized. Means rather than taking the space for n here simply refers to the length of the string, we can only take the length with 26 characters only, because these are all English alphabet and all are lowercase. So that's why only 26 character length would be required. I'll let you know that what I want to say, but let us see this. So see, here Leetcode L is the first unique character, and how we can know that? So for that purpose, we need to maintain count of each character. That is the thing which we would be doing, and for that purpose only we would be using a particular DS here. Now comes the part, whichever has count equals to 1 first time, that will be our answer. So this is how we'll get our answer. So for this DS also, now we want to know that which DS we would be choosing and how we are required to choose that DS. So here for easy lookup, we always use a hash map, right? And why we are not using a map, the answer is straightforward, because here sorting is not required. So that's why we won't be using map or set. That's why we eradicate this. And now comes the part that should we use unordered map? Unordered map or set? Should we use that? So the thing is again no. Because an unordered map and unordered set, it will store numbers, it will store characters, but all of them would be in what we, because as the name suggests, it is unordered. So everything would be in unordered form. Means even if L occurred for the first time, it won't be stored at the first and the unordered map. It will change its position. So we won't be able to get that which is the first one to have 1. So that's why both of these DS are eradicated. So now in context of that only, we would be using an array. An array would be used where no sorting would be required, things would be already in order form, the way it is present in our string, and we would be directly using the count. So this was the crux for this particular question. Now comes the part for time complexity. Time complexity would be order of n only. This is for filling up this particular, for filling and finding. It would be linear time complexity, and the space complexity would be, first let us say it is order of n, and then after optimization we can go to order of 26, and then as it is order of 26, which is equivalent to order of 1 itself. So finally our time complexity would be order of n and the space complexity would be order of 1. So this is the thing which we are having our solution with. So now let me walk you through the code, that how we are required to do this code. I guess by this much explanation now you can yourself also do the code. So yeah, you can pause this video and try yourself also. And now I'm going to show you the code. So here's the code. We will be maintaining a count array which would be of size 26, and that's why its space complexity becomes 26. Earlier it was order of n. If we would have taken s dot size for this count, but that won't work the way it is required to work. So that's why it's more preferable to take like this. The purpose of this is because English letters are just 26, so corresponding to each letter we would be storing its count, and if we encounter the word which will be having the 1 as the first time, we'll just put that as our answer. So that's the thing which we are doing. So in simple form, we'll start from I equals to 0 till s dot length, basically for this, and here is the thing we are doing. For s of I, whatsoever character is there, we'll subtract the we'll subtract the a cap from it, so that now we will be getting the converted ASCII code for the same, and at that position plus plus simply represents that now 1 would be placed. If it was already present there, because earlier this particular count is initialized with 0, but now it will be having 1 or 2 or 3, that would be the scenario here. So that's why we are doing this. And then after that we are checking for the same. Now in this only we'll traverse again for this particular string, and now we will check the same way only. Means if at the first time, means whatsoever character we are having, if it is equals to 1, then we'll return I at that particular moment only, because it is required to return the index, else we would be returning -1. So this was all for this particular question, and yeah, the way I've implemented this particular, in this manner also hash map could have been also used, because hash map would be directly used for easy lookup. So that's why if I implement like this, then here rather than just using this array, we could also have used hash map. But the time complexity and space complexity will remain the same itself, so that's why either use this or use the hash map, then it is the same thing only. So this was all for this particular question. If you have any doubt, you could comment that down. So yeah, thank you for watching.